Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you've got a real passion for animals and you're looking for a career that's not just fulfilling, but is also needed all over the world, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to dive into what it takes to become a veterinarian and check out the amazing opportunities this career has to offer across the globe. Let's get right into it.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Have you ever looked at an animal, maybe it's your own pet, maybe it's one you just saw outside, and you just felt this pull, this need to help it, to make sure it's okay? Yeah? If that sounds like you, then stick around.
You know, at the very core of all of this is that incredible bond between us and animals. It's really the engine that makes this career so much more than just a job, right? It's a genuine calling, and it's fueled by compassion and that deep-down desire to really make a difference.
Okay, so let's get down to basics. When we say veterinarian, what are we really talking about? What do they actually do?
A vet is basically a doctor for animals. I mean, they're highly trained medical pros who've dedicated their lives to keeping animals healthy. And we are not just talking about cats and dogs here. Their work covers a massive range of animals. Everything from our pets at home to farm animals that are so crucial to our food supply, and even exotic wildlife. They are literally on the front lines, fighting to prevent and treat all kinds of diseases and injuries.
So what does it actually take to become one? Let's break down the skills you're going to need and the, let's be honest, pretty tough educational road you have to travel to get there.
Now, what's so interesting here is the mix of skills it takes. I mean, of course, you need that super sharp scientific brain for diagnosing what's wrong, and you definitely need a steady hand for surgery. But, and this is a big but, the other side is just as important. You need the empathy to connect with the animals and their really worried owners. And you've got to be able to keep a cool head when things get intense. It's this amazing combination of technical skill and real heart.
And this really lays out the whole journey. And let's be real, it is a serious commitment. It all starts with those foundational pre-vet courses in college. Then you're looking at 4 intense years to get your Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, or DVM, degree. And you're not even done then. Next, you have to pass these super rigorous licensure exams just to be able to practice. And for those who are really ambitious, you can go even farther and specialize in something like oncology or surgery, which means even more years of training.
Okay, so you've put in all that hard work. You've got the skills, you've got the degrees, so what's out there for you? Let's talk about the demand for vets around the world and, of course, what kind of salary you might be looking at.
And I've got some fantastic news for you here. The career outlook is frankly incredible. The global demand is officially rated as very high, and it just keeps on growing. And why is that? Well, it goes right back to that human-animal bond we talked about. We're treating our pets more and more like family, which means we're willing to invest more than ever in keeping them healthy and happy.
And all that high demand, it translates to some pretty strong earning potential. On a global scale, the average salary for a vet is somewhere between $75,000 and $150,000 US. Now, just remember, this is a worldwide average. It can definitely change depending on where you live, how much experience you have, and if you decided to get a specialization.
And speaking of location, where's some of the best spots in the world to be a veterinarian? All right, let's take a quick trip around the globe and look at the top contenders.
Kicking things off at number 1 is the United States. It's a total powerhouse in the world of veterinary medicine, with some of the most cutting-edge tech and research out there. This amazing infrastructure doesn't just push salaries towards the top of the global market, it also creates a huge demand for specialists in fields like internal medicine, surgery, and emergency care.
Right next door, coming in at number 2, we've got Canada. The market there is really strong thanks to high rates of pet ownership and a big agricultural sector. But you know what a real game changer is for a lot of people? The focus on work-life balance. It makes it a super attractive place to build a career that you can actually sustain for the long haul.
All right, let's hop across the pond to the United Kingdom. We all know it's a nation of animal lovers, and that means they have a really deep, well-established veterinary sector with fantastic training programs. What that means for you is a ton of different job opportunities, from a cozy small-town private practice all the way to government jobs in public health.
And finally, let's head down under to Australia. I mean, besides the incredible quality of life, Australia's got this booming pet care industry in its cities. But what makes it really unique is the massive need for large animal vets. They're essential for supporting the country's huge agricultural industry and managing livestock health across those wide-open rural areas. So seeing all these incredible opportunities around the globe might have you thinking, hey, maybe I should make an international move. But how do you actually do that?
So, if you're feeling that spark of inspiration and starting to wonder, could I really do this? Could I work in another country? Let's look at the basic steps you'd need to take to bring your skills to the world stage.
Okay, the most important thing to get is that this is a very structured process. It's definitely not as easy as just packing your bags and hopping on a plane. First things first, you have to get a license in the country you want to move to. That means you've got to pass their specific qualification exams, which can be really tough. It also means getting your DVM degree officially validated. But once you clear all those professional hurdles, the path usually opens up through skilled worker visa programs. Because, let's face it, vets are almost always on the list of in-demand jobs.
So there you have it. The demand is absolutely there, the opportunities are global, and the work, well, it's about as meaningful as it gets. So really, the only question left to ask is, with the whole world needing skilled, compassionate vets, where are you going to make your mark?